Well, hey there, Monika here from onlineboutiqueboss.com, where I help you start and grow a successful boutique and brand that you absolutely love while living the lifestyle you love. And in today's video, I'm gonna help you talk about yourself. Kind of like what I just did there, but for your About Me page on your boutique website. Now, writing an About Me page can feel intimidating or confusing because you might not know where to start, how much to include, what to even say, or you kind of just feel awkward talking about yourself, so you just try not to think about it and push it aside. However, your About Me page is one of the top most visited pages on your website, next to your homepage, of course. So not only do you absolutely need to make sure you have an About Me page, but we want to take advantage of this fact and create an effective page where we're not just writing our whole life story or throwing together a sentence or two, but we're turning it into a way we can effectively reach this new customer or visitor and build that relationship and guide them into becoming a loyal fan and paying customer. Now, you also want to remember, especially if you're just starting your business, people don't know who you are. So you need to build that trust. And by including an About Me or an Our Story or an About Us page, speaking as a company, and we'll talk more about that, but by including this dedicated page that will help you build your brand credibility that you need as a new business. Now, before we get started, I created an Our Story outline workbook for you, and this is going to help walk you through this entire process. So there are questions you can ask yourself, and then you can apply those answers throughout your About Me page so that you're not just starting from nothing and staring at a blank screen. That is never fun. And honestly, I wouldn't say writing is my strongest area. That's why I love video. But I know how important your copy and your messaging is really throughout your entire business. So being able to break it down in this type of outline form definitely helps with that writing flow process in case you begin to feel stuck. And I know this because I too have been filling out my own workbook while I am updating my own About Me page. Now, one more thing, this workbook also includes a visual outline you're welcome to reference for the design and layout of your About Me page. And this is a carefully thought out outline that I strategically placed together. So again, you're creating the keyword here, an effective About Me page. So head over to onlineboutiqueboss.com/Our Story workbook, and you can download your free workbook, or the link will be in the description of this video as well. And I highly encourage you to do so because this workbook goes hand in hand with today's video. Cool? All right. Okay, let's start off by setting the tone. Now, you may be wondering if you should be writing in first person or third person, as if someone is speaking for you. So for example, first person would be, "Hi, my name is Monika and I'm a boutique owner." Or third person would be, "Monika Rose is a boutique owner and boutique coach. She is the founder of Monika Rose San Francisco." So you see the difference there? Now, my thoughts are when you're deciding on first or third person, I suggest that you think about your intentions, right? What are your intentions? And your intentions for your About Me page is to build the relationship with your ideal customer, this new visitor. So if you go into it with the perspective of how can I make this feel more personal? So if you can envision meeting this person face to face and you introduce yourself, you do a little handshake and you say, "Hi, my name is Monika. It's so nice to meet you." You see how that feels more welcoming, whereas in third person, it can come across as more formal. Now you may be thinking, well, I'm a company, this is my business, and I want to be as professional as possible, and third person just sounds more fancy. Well, yes, you're right. You are a company, you're a product-based business, and there may be other people working with you in your company. But the bottom line is you are the boutique owner. You're the one behind the brand, behind the idea. And there's something special about getting to know the person behind this fancy business. And there's a sense of relatability there. Now, there will be cases where you will need a bio or a description about yourself or your business. Maybe you're going to be featured on a blog, or you're going to be on your local news station, and you need that introduction third person type of format, which you can definitely use for that purpose. But again, for your About Me page, your intention here, your end goal is to build that relationship, and that's where you'll use that first person kind of tone. Now, another thing you might be thinking is, okay, I have my business, but I also have a partner, and I opened my business with my sister. I have many students in that situation where you open it with a partner or like a relative, and you are a two-person show. So in that case, you'll still be in that personal tone, whereas in this case, you'll say, our business, or we are the founders. So you'll be in first person, but it's just first person plural. Now, as far as how you should title this page, whether it's about me, about us, our story, well, going back to the workbook, I titled that in Our Story Outline. And the reason being is because I know many of you are boutique owners who watch my channel, and you have a product-based business. So compared to having a service-based business where you're speaking one-on-one and it's about me, right? About that one person. So that's why you can kind of weigh which direction you want to go. Now, if you are it's just you're a solopreneur, you're doing customer service, you're on there doing the marketing, you are doing the web, like you're doing all the things, then you can be proud of that and say, about me, this is about me and about my business. And you can go that route. Or if you just like the tone of our story, it's really what makes sense for you. And here's the thing, you can always change and update your About Me page over time as your business grows. So never feel like everything is set in stone. So you can work on this again as your business grows over time. Next up, let's talk about your approach, because there are different viewpoints on how to go about this. So there's one opinion where it's just all about your customer and how you're serving them and what's in it for them, which yes, you should be thinking about your customer, but it's also about you and your story, because your story is what makes your brand unique. Nobody has your story, nobody has your journey, nobody has the reason behind why you started your business. So you want to tell your story. But here's the thing, if you're telling me about the time on summer break where you dropped your phone in the wishing well, that is so random. I feel like that's like a Hillary Duff movie. But if you're telling me this random long story, you want to make sure it's relevant to your boutique, right? It's relevant to why you started your business, the meaning behind your brand, and what led you to starting your business. I mean, it could be, I don't know, you tell me. But you want to have this short summary about your story, but just make sure whatever you're telling is relevant to your boutique and ties back into your business. That is how you are going to make it about your customer, but also about you. So your story should include why you started your business, the purpose behind your brand. And that can also be, maybe you started your business because you were struggling with something. Maybe there was something missing in the marketplace and you wanted to solve that problem. So you decided that you wanted to launch your boutique to help solve a problem that you may be having. Or maybe going back to, there was an inspiration behind your business, and that's part of your story. But at the end of the day, you want to tell your story. And I busted out my iPad because we have some notes here. Now we are going to discuss the key elements you want to include on your About Me page. And this is referring to the outline from our workbook. So be sure to download your workbook. head over there now and grab that. The link will be in the description of this video. But the first key element is your headline hook. And this is the first thing that your visitor will see once they click on your Our Story page. So what can you say in one sentence while you're introducing yourself and introducing your product that your potential customer will feel like they are in the right place? So how can you introduce yourself so that your potential customer feels like they are in the right place? And the reason why this is important is because you want to keep their attention, right? As they are scrolling through, they want to feel like, okay, now we're talking. I clicked on this website. They were curious enough to go to your Our Story page. So we want to let them know right then and there that they are in the right place, okay? Now, right below that, you can have your subheading, which is where you can include your value statement, your mission statement, your boutique brand purpose, right? And you'll have that right below there. So why you started your business. Now, the third point is your introduction. So this is where you're gonna get a little bit more personal and you can share a little bit more about you. I wanted to share with you an example of a really great headline hook from one of my absolute favorite brands. So if we head over to birdies.com, they are a San Francisco-based shoe company, which I am totally obsessed with, and yes, they are the only shoes that I pretty much wear. And on their Our Story page, the first thing you see is the stylish flat that's secretly a slipper. So that is their one sentence description. And then right below that, they have a subheading talking a little bit more about their brand purpose. We are a brand born of women, dedicating to serving women. We share your dreams, we share your challenges, we share your values. It's the heart, soul, passion, and purpose that drives us always. So that's a little bit about their mission. And then right below that, you have your product-based images and their introduction as who they are as the ones behind the brand. Now, the next point are your images. Your images are so important, especially on a page where it's filled with words, right? If it's just a whole page of writing, of reading, if it's a whole page of reading, we need to break that up. And a great way to do that is by including images. So number one, images of yourself, of course, right? You want to make that connection, but the key here, the most important type of images are images of you wearing your products. Now, it can be like behind the scenes, or, instead of just a regular headshot, you want to embrace the fact that you are your number one salesperson. You want to show up, you're wearing the products that you're about to talk about, that they're about to shop on your website for. So you want to have some images there that you are showcasing that in a sense. Or again, it can be behind the scenes of you packaging your orders or putting together your inventory, whatever type of images that you can put together that showcases you and your products. Now, another idea of images are some personal images. So if you feel comfortable sharing, maybe you are a mom and that was part of why you started your business. That was the inspiration behind your brand and your story. So you can include images of your family if you feel comfortable, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. Or maybe you're a dog mama and you want to share that. So you see that sense of relatability there where it's not all corporate. We're not I don't think that's corporate. That's like opposite of corporate, whatever that move was. But you see how you have that personal aspect of who you are as the boutique owner. Now, another way to help your page be more skimmable and scrollable, easy to skim through for your reader, is to, one, use those images to break it up, but you can also add bold headlines as well. So if there's an important turning point while you're sharing your story, you can have that bold headline. It just makes the overall reading just increases that engagement and leads the eye in certain areas. So you want to make sure you're breaking it up and making it as easy to read through. Next up is the product introduction. So here's where we're going to talk about our product and how it's going to benefit your customers. So how is it going to bring someone joy, how is it going to, again, bring them value? And that's where you want to include that there as far as your products. Now, the next point is some fun facts. I am a fan of some fun facts. Now, if you want to take that wishing well story and put it into like one little line, here is where you can do that. I am just a fan of fun facts. I know, some people may think that it's just irrelevant. No one needs to know how many cats you have or what TV shows you watch, but I find quirky fun facts interesting about someone. It really lets me get to know them just on a different level. Like, I want to hear all about your purpose and your mission, but I also want to know a little bit about you. An easy way to do that without overwhelming this page, without making it all about this, is listing it out and just listing your fun, quirky facts about you. 2 more points here, and then you're on your way to creating this epic About Me page. And one of those is to include any press features mentioned. So if you're mentioned on a blog, or reviews, very important, your product reviews. So again, this is where you can talk yourself up a little bit. Be proud of your accomplishments, any sort of accomplishments that you have. Maybe you have some awards that you received that's relevant to your business, or any sort of press or social mentions. Maybe you're a part of something special. You want to include that and represent yourself and your brand in that sense and include that there. Now, also, product reviews are a great way to talk about yourself and your brand. And the last point, so thank you for hanging in there with me. I hope you found this helpful, but the last point is honestly the most important part of your About Me page, okay? And I don't want you to miss this. The last thing you want to include is telling your visitor exactly what you want them to do next. What is their next step? Now that they went through your About Me page, you don't want them just to click off and get distracted. You want to tell them exactly where you want them to go. This includes a value-driven piece of content. Okay, so what am I talking about? So you can say an image of either your new arrivals, right? So shop here, you're including a call to action button, a CTA, so that they can click on and continue staying on your website. What I love to have is a value-driven piece of content. Maybe it's a blog, 5 ways to tie a scarf. Maybe you sell scarves. 5 ways to tie a scarf, and you're gonna take them to this blog post. You're gonna capture their email to build that relationship. So always have a call to action button telling them where you want them to go next. Well, there you go. You are ready to create an About Me page. And don't let this intimidate you. Just take, half a day to feel it out, get some ideas going, make it a fun thing, and use the workbook, make that a fun thing. And I can't wait to see your About Me page. So you're welcome to tag me on Instagram at @OnlineBoutiqueBoss, or you can send me a message, and I would love to see what you're all about and get to know you. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.